Storms really heavy.
And Imelda wasn't even a storm.
Right.
It was still just area of thunderstorms when it was over eastern Cuba. So that was just rainfall, just heavy rain, but just rainfall. Imelda now better organized and is moving toward Bermuda, whereas Humberto is weakening and moving away from Bermuda. So some good and bad news for the island. However, it is not going to be a devastating storm that moves across Bermuda. Humberto is actually now weaker than Imelda, coming down, and we're starting to see it kind of transition to an extra tropical system. Note most of the thunderstorms around Humberto kind of getting removed now off to the eastern side, and by tomorrow, probably midday or through the afternoon, the expectation is that it will completely change over from a tropical to extratropical system, meaning it's not getting its energy from the warm water. Hurricane Imelda, on the other hand, still very much a tropical system as a hurricane, and is likely to increase in strength to a Cat 2 before passing directly over Bermuda, probably late tomorrow, early morning on Thursday, and then quickly moving out. So again, not thankfully a devastating storm. It will be moving very quickly, but obviously with the core of the storm now expected to move over Bermuda, conditions will worsen as we head into late tomorrow and on into Thursday, early Thursday, before it moves on out. This has been our season so far, and what has been obvious is the upper pattern. We've had a break in the high across the Atlantic, so most all storms have been making a turn, and we have had persistent troughing out in the eastern part of the nation, which has also kept these storms kind of deflected, for the most part, away from the East Coast. And note the lack of activity in the Gulf and the Caribbean. Of course, we're not done yet, but this has certainly been positive for the Gulf South. We're waiting for our first cold front, not coming anytime soon. A little bit more passing cloud cover outside today, but we still got up to 92 degrees, 1 degree off of our record. Way too hot for this time of year, last day of September. Sun and clouds outside at the moment, 88 degrees, but our dew points have not been terrible, and especially for the evenings, nights, and mornings, it has felt fairly comfortable. Maybe not a fall feel just yet, but hopefully that's not too far away. Starting into October, no signs of a cold front, however. 80s for the most part outside, with dew points in the 60s. Humidity levels will remain on the more comfortable side through the start of the weekend, but we do have some changes on the way, and humidity will be on the rise. What we're looking at are a couple of upper level lows, one that you can clearly see over northeast Texas. That's what's sending our high cloudiness in, and then another one that is almost more over the Tennessee Valley. It's going to be that one that we watch in the coming days, because as that kind of settles down over us, it creates instability in the atmosphere. At the same time, we're going to start tapping into more moisture coming in from the east. So with the upper energy and the surface features kind of coming in from the east, bringing in more moisture, our rain chances will start picking up. Never looking at a deluge or really very heavy rainfall, as the amount of moisture in the atmosphere will remain fairly low. Our rain chances and cloud cover will be coming up. And right now, Sunday looking to be probably the wettest of our days. And again, not a total washout. And even what rain we do see doesn't appear to be particularly heavy. There's Imelda off the East Coast. We've got an upper low that is sending in some high cloudiness. No rainfall with this, however, other than maybe a few light showers to our north. So some passing clouds through the latter part of the evening. I think that'll be gone by tomorrow morning. Model trying to paint in a few isolated showers, maybe less than 10%. But I think our rain chances finally start picking up as we head into Thursday at around 20%, and then increasing kind of every day toward the weekend, with likely the wettest day being on Sunday. But as I said, the available moisture in the atmosphere remains fairly low. And so what that means is while we do see rainfall, there's just not enough moisture to make them heavy downpours. So that really does not look to be much of an issue. The only thing that we're benefiting from, while we do need the rain, we're not going to get a lot of it, is the increase in cloud cover and rainfall will help to knock our temperatures down. So tomorrow, another day in the lower 90s, then upper 80s Thursday with maybe a few isolated showers. Those rain chances pick up for the weekend, especially on Sunday, and then we do start to see a drying trend heading into early next week.
The Saints are now the favorites against the Giants.